welcome to the show. This is your girl, Felina B. Flossin.
And I'm Monique Scott, and we are so super excited to have you join us today. You know, in this world we live in, everyone is always looking for that 5-star rating. Well, the question remains, how do you rate yourself?
Absolutely. And it's our intention that by listening to this podcast, the Five Star Living Show will help you move towards your own 5-star rating by finding ways to live a life more balanced, focusing on the mind, body, soul while laughing and loving more. And I thought that it would be a good time for us to do a recap on our initial show that just kind of broke down what 5-star living is.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it
Hmm,
has been so long since we've talked about what 5-star living is. It's
absolutely.
time.
It's time, right? Especially now in the time of COVID,
Oh, Corona, Rona.
the Rona. So, is that like a scary word now? Like,
Yes. There's no other way to put it, but yes. And to some, it may not be, but when I hear it, I'm on high alert.
all I know is if I'm in a room and somebody sneezes, I'm like,
And which, let me just tell you though, because I was at a takeout getting my food, and I walked in from outside. It was really cold, and you go in and it's really hot. So, of course, the change in temperature for my body, I was like, and I had to cough. I had my mask on, but I'm sitting there like a tears rolling down my eye because I'm doing my best
right.
not to cough because I can tell if I do, everybody's gonna be like, all
Yeah.
eyes on her.
I'm saying you got to be careful. Rona's real, but due to COVID, things have changed a whole lot, right? And
Yes, yes,
so,
they have.
let me ask you, sis, so we can do this recap properly. Um, when we say the word, the basic word, 5-star living, that phrase, what is it that you envision? Or what is that typically is?
So initially, when I think 5-star, I'm thinking flossing, got all my stuff together. I got the best of the best, the top
Yeah.
of the top, maybe a big house, nice
Mhm.
car, and I'm just flossing with the 5-star
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like extravagant hotel accommodations, red carpet popping,
Yes,
right? That's five
yes,
star living.
that's
Okay.
5-star living.
Okay. Well, with COVID,
Things have changed.
things
Like what you gonna
change.
that kind of 5-star, that outer 5-star, what you gonna be? In your house, putting on your red bottoms, walking over to your couch, laying down with taking your selfie and what?
Exactly.
What does that look
Your
like
red
in
house
this
shoes.
time?
Right.
Right.
So that means that basically going back to the basics, and we talked about that before. 5-star living is, focusing on the mind, body, soul while laughing and loving,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Things that really, really matter.
Yeah. And that's what we mean when we say 5-star. We are talking about that inner 5-star living. I mean, I believe with COVID alone, people have gotten probably a new look at themselves,
Yeah.
the people around them. They've gotten a chance to get to know their spouses better. They've gotten a chance to know their kids, and more importantly, they've gotten a chance to really know themselves. I know I have during this time.
Yes.
I've been able to just look within and learn some things. Something I like, some things I like, and some things I do not like. So I have to make changes.
Yeah. And that's an amazing thing, right? We assess, okay, well, how have I been spending my time?
Right.
Or how can I spend it better? Something funny to me is that I noticed that some parents, they were getting mad at the teachers, and then they realized, that they had to work on their own kids. They had to be they had to be the teacher, the janitor, the lunch lady, the dean. They realized that little Timmy wasn't so innocent. So they
I think a lot of teachers probably got a lot of apology emails and letters and some gifts and like what can I buy? What can I give you? Like,
Mhm.
please, I'm so sorry.
Yes, absolutely. This COVID has given us time to get closer to our mates, our
Hmm.
children, and ultimately, as you said before, look at ourselves.
Yes, looking at ourselves, and when we stop for a moment, let's talk about that 5 star. We're looking at the mind, the body, the soul, and of course, we want you to love more and we want you to laugh more. And so as we
Yeah.
continue, as we start, if we as we get back on this podcasting
Yeah.
trail,
Yeah.
we are going to be focusing on those 5 things and making sure that we talk about the areas, and we supply some really good tools for the women who have joined us in our inner circle and beyond.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I believe one of the things that we mentioned too was that um, the average woman like us, the 30 plus and some 25 plus, right? We're so busy trying to take care of the children,
Yeah,
take care of the mate,
yeah,
take care of the job, where we don't take the time out to nurture ourselves.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so that's part of 5 star living, nurturing us so that we can be stronger for everybody else, right?
That
So,
self care, self love, all comes into play.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and now more than ever, well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people have more time to do that. So coming up with ways
yeah,
that you can really focus on the inner you and really allow yourself some, whether that looks like it's alone time,
yeah.
whether it looks like, hey, I'm going to be taking care of my hands, my feet, my back,
Hmm.
my body, my face, my hair. It's really taking a step back and looking at
Yeah,
yourself and realizing, like, what do I need? I mean, I'm
yes,
always giving to everyone else, but what is it that I need to nourish me so that I can, one, continue to give more, but
yeah.
continue to run in this race called life.
Absolutely. Because if we wear ourselves out, we're no good for anyone else. So, we have to make sure that we're full. And some people feel that, well, I don't want to be selfish and give myself too much time. But it's like, if you're able to give all these other people and entities all this time, well, what about you? You have to be, it's not selfish, it's self preserving,
Right.
right?
Definitely self-preserving. You have to,
Yeah.
before, I always tell, like, when I'm talking to women who are saying that they have so much to do and they just don't have time. I don't have time for myself. I can't
Yeah.
stop and do that. If I stop and do that, then I can't take care of that person, and I can't do my job over here, and I
Yeah.
can't, you know, do all the things that I need to do. I'll get to me. I'll get to
Yeah.
me. And what I say about that is, that's not good, because how are you going to get to you when you're all beat down and burnt
Yeah.
out? It's like I've said it before, when you're on the airplane or on the ship or whatever, they're always telling you, you gotta save yourself first.
Yes.
But why? Because if you don't save yourself, you definitely can't save anybody else. So you have to save yourself
That's a
first.
snap moment right there, sis.
Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely.
And it's not just women with kids, or women with spouses,
Yeah.
but it's every woman that needs to hear this, because it's never too early to start practicing the habit of self-care. As a matter of fact, the earlier you start, then the easier it will be for you in the long run as you get older. I
Yeah.
think when we get older and we haven't been doing it, that's when it becomes like, oh, this is not something that I do. I got to make this a habit, and
Yeah.
habits are hard to form, as you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. And, I dare to say that that could lead to mental health issues,
Talk about it.
right? Because if you're not nurturing yourself, you're taking care of everything and everybody else, who's nurturing you? Who's keeping you together? When you're battling stuff, who helps you release? It
Yeah,
has to be about you. You have to make sure that you're good, that you're happy and peace, and you're going year by year and just holding all of that in, and then wondering why you just burst out in tears, or wonder why things aren't going right, or you're having health issues, because what happens to us mentally affects us physically, you know,
yeah.
mental health, emotional health.
And that's what 5 Star Living show is about. It's like really talking to the woman who is doing it all and needs to be able to find some sort of balance amongst the things that she's doing in her life.
Yeah.
I've heard it often said that there's no such thing as balance. Well, maybe not, but if you don't at least work on
Yeah.
balancing things,
Yeah.
then all things will fall apart and fall down. So even if you never get that perfect alignment of balance of everything,
Yeah.
you need to be paying attention if you're lopsided, right? If you're doing
Absolutely.
too much over here and you're not doing something over there, then you end up lopsided. And only thing I see from lopsided is, remember when we used to get on the thing called a seesaw?
Yes, I do.
Had you ever been on a seesaw and then the person jump off and let you go all the way to the ground?
See, yeah, because in that equation, I was always the thickest one. So I definitely made it to the bottom. Yes, I do know what you're
And
talking about.
that's in life. There's ups and there's downs,
Yeah.
right? So we just have to make sure that we're balancing. You go up too high, hey, you need to bring it back down. You
Yeah.
go up too low, hey, you need to bring it back up. And that's what it's about. It's not about being at that perfect level at all times, but paying attention to times when you are out of balance, or you are out of whack, or you are doing too much. um you know, some people, like for me, I can be really straight and narrow. I can be really like, oh, focus, I need to do this and I'm staying on top of it. Whereas I can forget to have fun. Where
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
can't do that all the time and then be mentally okay. There has to be a
Yeah.
balance of fun and work and play, in order for me to be okay, like you said, mentally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I could take a break, I want to make sure that everyone checks us out on Facebook at Five Star Living
Yes.
Show. Join us. We have a lot of great content. Join in the discussions, share.
Yeah.
We would
And
love
we
to
want
hear
to
from
hear
you.
from you. Like, let us know what it is that you're thinking about. What are you struggling with when it comes to your 5-star living and how you're rating yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, sis.
Yes.
So, Five Star Living on an internal level deals with mind, body, soul, laughing, and loving. Let's break those down. Okay.
Okay. Let's do
Starting with
it.
our minds.
Let's do it.
Like how can we put time and attention into our minds, our mental stability?
So for me, I do a lot of reading and learning. So I'm always keeping my mind growing and going.
Mm,
I know I've heard before, if you ever stop learning, then you just kind of die. So you got to keep your brain
yeah.
active. And anytime in the times that we live in right now, there's no excuse for you don't know something, you don't know how to do something,
Yes.
because there's somebody out there that will show you how to do
Yes.
it. There's
And
no
Google
excuse.
is quite the friend.
And Google is quite the friend. So besides keeping myself learning something new all the time, I also do a lot of meditation
Yes.
so that I can keep my mind at ease and relaxed. Because as you know, when you're so busy and you have
Yes.
so many things going on, that keeping your mind busy all the time is just not healthy, and it will drive you into a state of either you don't do anything, you can get depressed,
Yeah.
you can just stop.
Yeah.
So those are two things I do. What about you? Anything outside of those two that you do for your mind?
I can definitely agree with you also on meditation. I definitely, because I have such a busy schedule, I have to put a pause in my life to reassess and to also claim what I want and what I'll get.
Hmm.
I love affirmations. I like to,
Oh,
if
yes.
anyone knows me, I'm always putting on Facebook. Um, that platform for me is, I like to put out positivity because it's whole lot of other stuff. But I also take that in, all of that, all of those affirmations, as well as um, allowing myself to do nothing. And that's
Mm,
hard
that's a good one.
because for some reason, I don't know if it's society or I don't know what it is, but it's like we feel like we have to be so busy doing so much. And that's not good for our minds or bodies. That's a different subject, but
I was gonna say it kind of flows over into the body. So
yeah.
with resting your mind, then when you say I purposely do nothing,
Yeah.
that kind of flows over into giving your body
Yeah.
some time to recharge and rejuvenate.
Yeah. And I do have a certain day, it's usually Sundays, where I do no work.
Yes.
They say
Yes.
that's the Lord's day, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I really try to just relax and just do the things that I want to do and not think about anything else that is business related, job related, anything serious.
And that, from my understanding, is scheduled for you. So you
Yes,
schedule to do nothing. Interesting.
you have to schedule it, right?
Very interesting.
Yeah. And a couple times I followed your advice. Some of the times I have just turned on a cartoon.
Ooh, my favorite.
Oh,
I just did that yesterday.
right. Can I do a sidebar real fast? Tom
Yes.
and Jerry. Why is it that that mouse always gets away with slapping that cat with a fly trap and never gets caught? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go to the body. How can we? I'm just saying. I mean, am I the only one who has that? Okay.
No, I love me some Tom and Jerry.
Okay. So, what do you think are examples or different ways that you nurture your body?
So besides, like you just said, doing some scheduled and purposeful resting,
Yeah.
I like to do some yoga, some
Okay.
stretching.
Mhm.
I recently learned, like I said, from Dr. Google, that when you stretch, the reason why yoga is so good for your body is because it allows blood to flow to certain areas of your body that don't normally get a really good blood flow to them. So I was like, oh, that's healing.
Yeah.
So for me it's the rest, the yoga, and of course, the occasional things like the maintenance of
Yeah.
the nails and the feet and the all
Yeah.
that great stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, when we did the show before, I was avid on doing my 4 a.m. walks every day,
Mm.
in my
Mm.
community, and boy, I would tell you, it would just charge me up. Initially, it started where I was listening to music, Beyonce
Mhm.
or somebody was hype, Black Eyed Peas, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, okay, going back to the mind. Oh, let me, listen to something that can nurture me. So I started listening to, motivational speakers. Well, anyway, in that
Ah,
walking, it strengthened me. So I noticed my days would be so much more powerful, right?
yes.
So with COVID in life, I slowed down on it and I noticed the difference in my power for the day.
Hmm. Okay.
So I really
Okay.
try to stay on being active and moving a lot, keeping your body going. It is definitely helpful.
They
When
say you don't move it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to lose it.
We're not trying to lose it. Not right now.
You're trying to lose it. Okay, so we got mind, body. Now, how about soul? What are ways we can
Ooh.
nurture that
So
soul?
So for me, it's spending time alone, and I have one of my morning rituals is just reading by in my Bible. I have a booklet called ooh, I can't even think of the name of it right now, but it's a booklet with Bible verses, and then it gives a little of explanation behind it, and then I'll normally take that and go and read further into the Bible. And that has been, with the shutdown and not having to jump up and get ready and read it real fast and go to work and do that, I've actually been able to actually spend some time and just sit there with it for a moment. That, and then on my way to work, I used to listen to gospel music, but
Mhm.
now I just play it loud in the house early in the morning to kind of
Yeah,
invite that mood in.
yeah, absolutely. So for me, what fuels my soul, one of the things that fuels my soul is gardening.
Ooh. And
Yes,
she's really good, y'all. She's
thank you.
excellent. She's
Thank
got
you.
a green, 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 two green thumbs.
You know what? Yes, right here they are. So my dad was, a, or is a great gardener, and we always had the best. yard on the block because he put so much time into it. And I was able to, get in the garden with him. And so, now I realize how therapeutic it is to get into that dirt and to see a seed and watch it grow. For the show, I brought this mango because if you guys have followed me on Facebook, I had a mango seed. I wish I could show y'all, but it's back there doing its thing. It's
A
growing.
mango seed. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Here she go, y'all.
It's a little tree now.
I'm sure we'll hear more about these mangoes.
Exactly, because this one right here will be, once I eat it, the seed, I'm going to crack it open, get that seed, germinate it, and create another one. It gives me so much joy to watch things grow. You nurture it, you give it the proper water, and you see it grow. And it does something for you, right?
Yes.
So
that is something sounds so good for the soul. I don't have a green thumb, but I love the fact that you do.
I got two, one for me, one for you.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay. So we've covered mind, body, soul. Then we have laughing. I have no problem with that. Sis, tell me ways that we can bring more joy, right?
Oh my goodness. Well, my favorite thing is I just get on to I listen to comedians either on Pandora, on YouTube, wherever I go. I just seek out funny stuff because I love to laugh. So yeah, so that's my thing. I seek it.
Yeah. Okay, so I was born with a giggle box. Like I don't need any assist. I mean, I laugh when I'm happy. I laugh when I'm sad. It's just I guess I have, in different ways, I find the joy in.
Yeah, I know. I remember we recently did a photo shoot together, and we were supposed to be looking serious, and I was like, "She can't do that. She don't know how to not smile. That's not her."
I couldn't.
It was like she could not do that, and y'all, she didn't. She did a very little smile, but I was like, she can't do serious. That ain't.
Nice.
But hey, that's perfect balance.
Yes, that joy. Okay. And lastly, so mind, body, soul, laughing and loving.
Loving more. How do you explain loving more besides, being patient, being gentle, being kind, and just finding the peaceful situation in everything? That's what I do. That's my thing, is just finding the peace, finding the good in
Absolutely.
every person and every situation, as best you can.
Absolutely. So when that was first said, I thought of, the love of my children. Like, they drive me crazy sometimes, but boy, they give me so much joy. And I just feel so blessed to have their love. But
Oh,
as you said
yes.
that, it made me also think about, like, my kids also think I'm strange for this, but when people pass by, I just say, "Hey, how's it going?" That's me just giving love and positivity to the world, because we
Yes.
need that. You never know when one smile or one hello to somebody may save their day. They may be going through and you can just give them peace. That's love.
And I just challenge anybody who's listening right now, listening or watching, is if your face is not in a smiling position, just put it there real quick. Put your face in a smiling position and
Like
just
this.
notice that it not only changes the way your face looks, but just feel that internal
Yeah.
feeling that you feel when you put a smile. It's not hard. That's
Yeah.
like, and plus, guess what? It's really good for wrinkles too.
Yeah.
Like they say that people who frown more, they got more wrinkles right there. So
Yeah.
smile some more, laugh some more, love some more. I'm telling you, it's a good thing. And I know we've talked about, like, these are the things that we rate ourselves on, and these are the things that we find important. But you could have your own 5 stars. There may be something that's way more important in your life when it comes to rating yourself. And we just want you to know that you should pay attention to it. You should, on a daily basis, check in with yourself and see how you're doing with your 5 stars. Because it's important. As if you continue to not check in and to check out, then eventually, like I said, you'll be lopsided. And the only thing that comes from lopsided is either falling down or hitting that sandbox real hard from the seesaw. So
Exactly. Exactly. So, I believe also, we want to reiterate the importance of, if it's hard to do it yourself, you want to find a regimen to where you can etch out time for yourself in those 5 areas: mind, body, soul, laughing, and loving. And if you need help, get yourself an accountability partner.
Get yourself an accountability partner.
Disclaimer: Nikki is mine. I'm not sharing. Okay. I mean, I'll
Yes.
share a little bit. I have to share a little bit.
She'll share just a little
I'll
bit.
share a little bit.
but
Okay, my
but yeah,
bad. I'll
but we
share.
do we do hold each other accountable, which is why I believe, we have such a good sisterhood friendship.
Yes.
Because when you say you're gonna do something, I'll be like, okay. And when I say I'm gonna do something, you be like, hey, what's going on? Where's that at? So, and it helps to know that somebody's paying attention,
Yes.
because when you sitting down going, I don't feel like doing that, you be like, but she gonna be calling me, so I gotta get up and do it. Dang. But guess
Yes.
what? It gets done, and in the end, you're happy
Yeah.
that it got done. So yes, get yourself an accountability partner. If there's something that you really want to get done and you really want to do,
Yeah.
get somebody to check you on it.
Mm-hmm.
It only makes sense. So, Felina, you know what?
Oh,
We out of time already, but guess what? We'll be back. We'll be
we'll be
back,
back.
right?
Yep, for
We want to
sure.
thank you guys so much for listening to us and joining us on this 5-star day. We believe in you, and we believe that you're going to start having a 5-star life starting right now. We know you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be right here with us. And for that, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We want you to make sure you join us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and um, get yourself an accountability partner. If not, we got one for you, the 5-star living inner circle. We
Yes.
want you to laugh more, love more while taking care of your mind, body, and soul. So do us a favor,
On purpose.
on purpose, have a 5-star day.
Bye, y'all.
We'll see you next time.